My apologies. I'm going to have to talk really fast to get this in. I know that people typically don't like these multi-day videos on a topic, but I wanted to sort of diagram out again to prove Jesus was born in the fall. I wanted to do this. I wanted to wait a couple of days. It's only going to be today. If we look at the start of the sacred calendar, we can prove a fall birth. If you think Jesus was born in the spring, which I don't, then that would be the start of the civil calendar. So let me kind of talk you through this here. There's a lot here, but we can get through it. We know from the other videos that Zacharias is going to go to the temple 2 times a year to do his priestly duties. We also know from Exodus 12:2 that it tells us that this month shall be your beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So that is Nisan. That is the springtime. That is the sacred calendar. We know from Luke 1:8 that it tells us that while Zacharias was doing his priestly duties, that's when the angel came to him and said Elizabeth would get pregnant. Elizabeth and Mary are cousins. Their pregnancies are 6 months apart, we know. And 1 Chronicles 24, verse 10, the pink in the middle, tells us that Zacharias does his priestly duties at the 8th course of Abijah. Now, the blue in the middle says, why December 25th? You can easily look this up because the early Christian church decided that Christmas would coincide with the Roman winter solstice, which is a pagan holiday. Please look that up. Okay. Start of the sacred calendar. Zacharias, if Elizabeth is pregnant when he's doing his first, or after he's done with his first duty, that makes Jesus born in the fall. So we know spring time, Nisan, March, April time. If we add 8 weeks, because it's a weekly course, and he's there at the 8th course, that puts him back at May or June. Elizabeth is going to get pregnant, so 9 months is February, March, plus the 6 months differential between John the Baptist and Jesus, Elizabeth and Mary, would make Jesus born August or September. And again, we have to allow some time for Zacharias to get home, some time for Elizabeth to become pregnant. Okay, if you think that Jesus was born in the springtime, then that would have meant that Elizabeth's pregnancy was after Zacharias's second visit. So that would mean that Zacharias was there September, October, plus 8 weeks is November, December, plus 9 months, August, September, plus 6 months is February or March for Mary to deliver. But again, I don't believe that. I think it was the fall. Okay. In orange at the bottom, very important. Keep in mind, Jesus was crucified in the spring. And Exodus 12, verse 5, I will read that. This is what it says. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You may take it from the sheep or the goats. So what I want you to do is go over to the right with the orange. It says John 5. After this, there's the feast of the Jews, and Jesus goes to Jerusalem. Okay? Because it says after this, which means something happened before that. So in the middle, it says John 4, where Jesus went to Cana again to do healing. That is his second miracle, which means before that something happened, which is in John 2, Jesus in Cana, the wedding, he's turning the water into wine. That is his first miracle. Okay, I've been talking really fast and we've got a little bit of time yet, so that's good. Okay, so again, Jesus being male, he's got to go to Jerusalem. Why? They have to go in the springtime for Pentecost. They have to go in the springtime for Passover, and they have to go in the fall for Tabernacles. So that means 66% of the time it would have been springtime, just by preponderance of the odds, right? Now, when Jesus is going to turn the water into wine, do you remember? He says to his mother, but my time has not yet come. Because for him to start his ministry, and we know that he would be crucified in the spring, to have that time where he's saying, my time hasn't come yet, I think because he wasn't supposed to start his ministry yet because he's going to be crucified in the spring, it all makes sense that if he's going in the springtime for Pentecost or Passover, and he had already been to Cana once and he was there before, you could see how he was doing a miracle before the start of the spring feasts and festivals. We're out of time. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.